Two is live stream. Here we go. All right, we've got some people streaming, so we're going to wait to kick off right at 2. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Thank you all for being here on such an important day for Miami University. I'm Tom Herbert, the Senior Vice President for University. I'd like to share Miami's land acknowledgement statement that recognizes and honors Indigenous peoples as traditional stewards of the land. Miami University is located within the traditional homelands of the Miami and Shawnee people, who, along with other indigenous groups, ceded these lands to the United States in the first Treaty of Greenville in 1795. The Miami people, whose name our university carries, were forcibly removed from these homelands in 1846. In 1972, a relationship between Miami University and the Miami Tribe of Oklahoma began and evolved into a reciprocal partnership, including the creation of the Miami Center at Miami University in 2001. The work of the Miami Center serves the Miami Tribe community and is dedicated to the revitalization of Miami language and culture and to restoring that knowledge to the Miami people. Miami University and the Miami Tribe are proud of this work and of the more than 140 Miami students who have attended Miami since 1991 through the Miami Heritage Award Program. Thank you and welcome. It's great to see so many people here for this very historic occasion. And welcome to those who are streaming the occasion. Thank you to Rick and Lara for being with us today as well. I also want to welcome Mark Sullivan, who is on our Board of Trustees, and Ellen Schubert, who is a former member of our Foundation Board. Today's ceremony represents the first step towards a new future for data science and digital technology at Miami. This would not be possible without the generosity and forward thinking of Miamians like Rick McVey. Rick has a long and enduring connection with Miami. In 1981, he graduated with a degree in finance. Rick was also an important member of Miami's men's golf team. He was a co-captain of the 1981 team that won the Mid-American Conference Championship. All of that starting as a walk-on. Rick has talked about how special his experience at Miami was and how important it is to stay connected to give back, and to help the current generation of students. Rick has certainly done that. He has endowed scholarships for Miami's golf program and at the Farmer School of Business. And he has given back with his time as a member of the Miami University Foundation Board. And now, with his latest gift, Rick is funding a visionary new building for our campus, one that will bring together many of our academic departments and provide a transformational experience for students. President Crawford's vision of an academic epicenter for data science is taking a big step forward today. So please join me in welcoming President Greg Crawford.
Well, thank you, Tom. It's wonderful to meet you, Laura, in person. It's great to have you here. Rick, thank you so much. We're grateful and admire all that you do for this university through your service and your generosity. It's an extraordinary day that we celebrate the groundbreaking of the McVey Data Sciences building today. We had a vision. We had a vision to actually create new curriculum around emerging areas. We had a vision to create new organizations around collaborations and working together more closely and breaking down boundaries. And we had a vision to actually create a place where students could thrive in a transformative environment. And Rick, you've brought that vision to reality today, and we're looking so forward to looking at groundbreaking today and moving forward. First, on the emerging curriculum piece, we're in the midst of Industry 4.0. First it was steam, then electricity, computers, and now the data science age. And we knew we had to be there as a university and build out curriculum that was innovative and forward-looking so that we could advance our students and so forth. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And people sometimes ask presidents questions about what is a data scientist, or what do they do, and what do they study? Well, a data scientist has to know more computer science than a statistician. A data scientist has to know more statistics than a computer scientist. And a data scientist has to have deep acumen in finance or manufacturing, retail, or some industry to actually apply those insights to it. And so that was our vision. And we forwarded that, and now we have a great new portfolio of curriculum and so forth around data science and analytics. And we are so happy that our students can now engage in that. And you have enabled this with this new building, Rick, and we're so excited for that space. And secondly, on the collaboration front, we realize that we can no longer do things alone in silos, that we have to cut across boundaries and actually work together in a transdisciplinary way, whether that's building out new curriculum or actually doing research or scholarship on our campus. And that's exactly what this new building is going to do. It's bringing together multiple departments and actually multiple colleges and centers and institutes that are going to actually cross boundaries and work together in a collaborative way. And this is the first building on this campus like that, Rick. So you're enabling something on the organizational side to actually create that much needed change so that we work together. So thank you for that. And finally, the transformative student experience. We truly want to introduce students to state-of-the-art technology and everything that goes along with that. In this new building, we'll have extended reality, virtual reality, robotics, and cybersecurity. It'll have the whole plethora of disciplines and aspects around data science, analytics, and artificial intelligence. And the space also was designed with data science in mind. The atrium forms an interconnected network of spaces such that our students can find their way around this building and so forth. And finally, when we talk about students and training them for the future, you've heard the words robot-proofing or future-proofing, and what does that exactly mean? Well, probably no matter what industry you're in, you probably have to know a little bit more science and engineering. You probably have to really know those liberal arts and humanities to really engage in leadership. And now the new part of that Venn diagram is data and analytics. And so bringing that all together so that our students achieve great success in their career and future. So thank you, Rick, for everything you've done for the university, and thank you for this extraordinary building, this extraordinary gift. It's truly going to have a ripple effect across our campus for our students and the transformative education they'll receive. It'll have a ripple effect on how we organize ourselves as a university, and it'll have a ripple effect across industries and society as these Miami graduates go off into the world and make data science work for human good. So thank you very much, Rick.
Thank you, President Crawford. With us now is Jason Osborne, Miami's Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. Jason has been at Miami since August 2019. He is a prolific and widely cited scholar in applied statistics and education. He is a vocal champion for the university, and is helping to chart a positive path forward for the Miami community. Please welcome Provost Osborne.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here. In the 2018-2019 academic year, our campus-wide strategic planning committee produced a set of over 30 recommendations that was intended to guide the university moving forward. These recommendations asked us to find new ways to support interdisciplinary research and curricula, places to experiment with new ideas for curricula, to improve our infrastructure supporting research and scholarship, and recognizing that the academic structure, the academic structure to foster collaboration across disciplinary silos. With this new building, many of these new recommendations move forward. We know that buildings and physical facilities themselves do not create change, but they can be catalysts for what does create change, our people. This building is intentionally designed to bring people and ideas together across disciplines in the hopes that we will foster collaborations and innovations that will benefit our students and our university mission for decades to come. We as educators know that we can never predict what impacts we might have in a course, in a research lab, in a conversation with a student in a hallway, or at an event. We embrace this uncertainty, knowing that many of our impacts may never be known. But we do know one thing for certain. What we do here matters, that having the right spaces that facilitate those conversations, intentional or accidental, make a real difference. We know this building will support many of the newest, future-focused initiatives we've been designing. We know many of the spaces in this building will be immediately valuable and impactful, but we don't know what ideas may evolve out of them in the future. We know our departments of statistics, computer science and software engineering, information systems and analytics, our Center for Data Analytics and Data Science, our Department of Emerging Technology and Business and Design, all will benefit immeasurably from being together in this innovative space. We know our students in these programs will have unparalleled opportunities in these spaces. We don't know how many students will have a casual conversation with someone from another discipline and have an idea for a new company, a study, a product, or a publication. We don't know how many conversations between faculty members will lead to new areas of innovations, new ideas about curricula, teaching, research, or inventions. We don't know what may emerge from our excellent staff who happen to be working in these spaces with other exceptional faculty, staff, and students. Rick, on behalf of all of Academic Affairs, 1,400 faculty, 700 staff, and almost 20,000 students across all of our campuses, thank you for your generosity and vision, for the benefits we will surely experience as a result of this innovative space, and most importantly, for all the unexpected benefits we cannot at this moment imagine, but that will surely happen in countless ways for generations to come. Thank you.
Jason, thank you. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce David Buttig. David is a 1984 graduate with a degree in finance. As a student, David was a member of the Miami University Student Foundation, as well as Beta Theta Pi, and served on the Associated Student Government's Executive Council. David has continued to serve Miami long after graduation. He spent a term as president of the Miami University Alumni Association Board of Directors. He served on our foundation board and was a member of the Campus Facilities Naming Committee, among others. And David currently is the chair of Miami University's Board of Trustees. David, we're so very glad you could be here.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Rick, for this wondrous opportunity to get together. It's wonderful to be here today as we usher in this new era and this exciting new building. The Richard M. McVey Data Science Building will be an important foundation for the growth of Miami students for generations to come. I was fortunate enough to meet Rick through our service on the investment committee on the Miami University Foundation Board. However, it wasn't until we served on Miami's search committee for its outside chief investment officer that I got to know him much better. Rick's love for Miami and his humbleness were immediately evident, and his commitment to the institution was inspiring. Rick has long been a successful and inspiring leader. Rick was a member of both Miami's Phi Gamma Delta chapter and a co-captain of Miami's men's 1981 MAC champion golf team, and then during a successful business career that led him to founding Market Access in 2000. As chairman and CEO, Rick has shaped Market Access into the leading electronic platform for corporate bonds that has introduced multiple innovations in trading technology. Rick was named Ernst & Young's National Entrepreneur of the Year in 2012 for financial services, and he was named to Institutional Investors Tech 50 several times. Market Access was named one of the 100 fastest growing companies by Fortune magazine. Recently, Rick was recognized for his goodwill by being named to the Philanthropy 50 by the Chronicle of Philanthropy. Rick is listed alongside some of the most notable philanthropists of our era. Rick is often, and rightfully so, cited for his leadership skills, but what can't be overlooked is his compassionate and caring nature. Rick is noted in the Philanthropy 50 not only for this gift, but also for his generosity in helping Miami students through the Emergency Needs Fund, aiding struggling families in New York through Good Shepherd Services, and giving toward education, hunger, and financial aid to schools in Connecticut. This is not Rick's first impactful gift to Miami, however. When the golf program was on the verge of being eliminated due to Title IX, Rick stepped up and endowed 2 golf scholarships, which allowed the program to continue and prosper to this day. He has also provided an endowed scholarship for the Farmer School of Business. As a member of the Miami University Foundation Board of Directors, Rick brings those caring and giving qualities to his alma mater and is showing the great impact our generation of Miamians can still have on the university. True philanthropy is the giving of your time, talent, and treasure, which Rick has graciously given all 3 to Miami, without the expectation of receiving anything in return. Our university has been blessed by Rick's true philanthropic nature. With this transformational building, Rick places the McVey name with the likes of Richard Farmer, Mike Armstrong, and Roger Howe in providing Miami's talented students with the tools to be successful and differentiate themselves from other college graduates. As you can see, the Richard M. McVey Data Science Building will forever transform data science at Miami University. I am very honored and pleased to introduce the driving force behind this vision, Mr. Rick McVey.
Thank you, David.
I do have to correct you on one thing, though. I do want to take one thing away today. I really want this banner. So, sorry. You always have Miami at heart, David. This is a special day for Miami, and even more special for me. A big thank you to my wife, Lara, for your love and support, and my sister, Phyllis, for coming over today from Columbus. We're glad you're here. I arrived on this campus 44 years ago, and this year the Miami class of '81 celebrated our 40th anniversary. Some of my college friends are here today, including a few Fiji fraternity brothers, where we like to say, not for college days alone. I grew up in Northeast Ohio, and one visit to Miami was all it took to know this was where I belonged for my college years. My experience at Miami was transformational. Not only did I learn the skills I needed to succeed in finance, I also met many faculty members and students that changed my perspective on life. I left Miami with the tools and the confidence I needed to get my career off to a great start. Data science is central to what we do at Market Access, the company I started 21 years ago. After several meetings with President Crawford and Tom Herbert, I knew they shared my view that is essential for Miami to expand the curriculum for students in data science. Data science is growing rapidly in every sector of our economy, from finance to medical research, the environment, media, and robotics. It is time for Miami to take a bold step forward to prepare all students with new data science skills. At Market Access, we hope to add to our group of talented employees with new Miami data science grads in the years ahead. The groundbreaking today is gratifying to me in the way it brings me full circle back to my roots in Ohio and Miami University. I have great appreciation for my college years, and this is a fantastic way to give back, to do my part to make Miami University an even better place for future students. Thank you, President Crawford, for this opportunity, and thank you, Miami, for being such a special place for all of us. Love and honor.
Thank you, Rick. We're thrilled you and Lara could be here with us today for this groundbreaking ceremony as we take the first step in bringing the Richard M. McVey Data Science Building to life. Our students are eager to see and, most importantly, utilize this facility. So with us today is Miami student Allison Reilly. Allison is a senior who is majoring in data science and statistics with an analytics co-major. Allison works as a scholar leader liaison with the Wilkes Institute and as a data manager in Magnified Giving, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to educate, inspire, and engage the next generation in philanthropy. She's already experiencing firsthand the power of data science to make an impact. So please join me in welcoming Allison.
Thank you, Tom. Forbes reports that the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics sees a 22% growth from 2020 to 2023 in the data science field. Now imagine that you're a junior or a senior in high school trying to decide what you want to do with your future. The types of questions you may ask yourself are, how do I figure out what I want to study? What am I passionate about? What school has the best program and opportunities for my field and passions? I was in this exact place in 2017 when I was a rising senior in high school. I knew I wanted to go into the data science field, but wasn't sure what part of it. I was debating between statistics and analytics. When I chose statistics, I knew Miami was the place. It was a beautiful campus, but the education and opportunities are endless. There are many students out there who are in the same boat as me. I asked a couple of my classmates to see why they chose to study in the field of data science. Sarah Hessinger, who is a senior, said that she has an interest in analyzing real-world problems to offer reliable solutions. Austin Chamberlain-Teniskal, who's a senior in the Bachelor of Science and Master of Science combined program, chose this field because it offers more creativity. Finally, Taylor Garbanis, who's also a senior, chose this field because she saw how fast it was growing. Data science allows for many different types of interactions with many types of fields in the world. You can be a data scientist on the medical side, the business side, insurance, and many more. The McVey Data Science Building will provide so many different opportunities for the students, one of which is greater access to each other for cross-educational opportunities. Also, with the Center of Analytics and Data Science moving in there, also known as CADS, it will help them attract a more diverse group of students with many types of backgrounds to help with the various projects that they have. The opportunities are endless for what the McVey Data Science Building will bring. Thank you, Rick, for the amazing gift and the opportunity. You're providing our students with great tools and a way for them to bring their studies further and to grow from each other. The impact that you're leaving for Miami students to come is unmeasurable. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. We are very glad that you could be here today to give us a student perspective on what the McVey Data Science Building will mean to Miami. Now I'd like to welcome Mary Schell. Mary is a 1987 graduate with a degree in public administration, and as a student, she studied abroad, spending a year at our Luxembourg campus. Mary has remained connected to Miami through her service on the Dean's Advisory Board for the John E. Dalaboy European Center, and she is currently serving as the Vice Chair of Miami University's Board of Trustees. Mary will start her term at the conclusion of the February meeting. Come on up. Thank you for being with us, Mary.
Thank you, Tom. Like all of you, I look at the renderings and plans for this building, and I see a truly remarkable and exciting time ahead for Miami. Rick's gift to fund this project, one of the top 5 largest single gifts in Miami's history, will help bring the university to the forefront of this growing field. We know that employers seek graduates who are talented, knowledgeable, and able to tell stories through data. The Richard M. McVey Data Science Building will allow us to better position our students by giving them a strong, collaborative, transdisciplinary foundation. The impact of this gift will be felt immediately, but it is also one that will continue to positively influence our students for many years to come. Rick, you are leaving such a legacy at Miami. Your scholarships, your invaluable time on the foundation board, and now this, the Richard M. McVey Data Science Building, are testaments to your generous nature, to your affinity for Miami, and to your commitment to seeing our students learn, grow, and succeed. We thank you, Rick. We thank your friends and family who are also here today, and we cannot wait to see what the future holds for this very spot.
Well, speaking of this very spot, thank you, Mary. Let's take a step forward now and transition to the shovels.